Hey guys, so today we're talking about yet another state, so let's just jump into it. Again, this is my first time reading these, so I don't know. I will put trigger warnings at the beginning, you guys will see. I know in another video I read the word Indian. I looked it up in my last video. They said that the appropriate names are Native American or American Indian. Again, guys, I'm just reading off of articles people have put up. So I was just reading the words. So that was on me. So from now on, if they do have Indian in the articles, I will refer to it as Native American or American Indian because I looked it up. So most likely Native American, I will be saying. So I'm going to do that from now on. I guess I had a brain rot moment when reading the other ones, but I now know Native American, American Indian. Okay. Lake Shawnee Amusement Park. I'll put that up in case I said that wrong. In the late 1700s, in present-day Mercer County, a bloody skirmish between white settler Mitchell Clay and local Shawnee Native American tribe ended in the deaths of 3 of Clay's children and several Shawnee warriors. In the 1920s, a local businessman purchased the land and turned it into an amusement park, but some say the land is cursed. Over the next few decades, several people died at the park, which was finally abandoned in 1966. Weeds choke the rusted-out remains of the Ferris wheel and swings, where visitors have reported seeing the ghosts of a man and a little girl in a pink dress in a field near the park. An archaeological dig has uncovered Native American bones, and a marker memorializes the place where 2 of Clay's children died. Is the land cursed? You can be the judge. Lake Shawnee Amusement Park is open for paranormal tours, and the park also hosts a dark carnival in October. 2. Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. The Gothic stone structure of the old Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum just looks haunted, so it's no surprise there are ghost stories associated with the Civil War-era hospital in Weston. Construction began on the asylum in 1858, but was disrupted for a few years when the grounds were used as a camp for Union soldiers. Originally built to house 250 patients, and at one time known as Weston State Hospital, the facility reached its peak in the 1950s with 2,400 patients jammed into overcrowded, poor conditions. The hospital closed permanently to patients in 1994, but eventually was reopened as a tourist destination. Witnesses have reported doors slamming, shadowy figures, and blood-curdling screams from within the building's walls. The asylum offers ghost tours and history tours throughout the year, as well as a haunted house and other events for Halloween. These abandoned places make me feel better about going to them because they do allow tours. 3. I'm going to have to put the name of this hotel on the screen. I think it's Blennerhassett, but I'm probably wrong. The historic hotel in Parkersburg is said to be haunted by the ghost of William Chancellor, the man who built this Queen Anne-style hotel in the late 1800s. Guests have also reported run-ins with ghostly children playing tag in the hallways and a man in a tuxedo who appears in the hotel's mirrors. Mysterious noises have been reported as well, including knocking on doors and music coming from the empty ballroom late at night. The haunted Parkersburg ghost tour begins in the lobby of the hotel, and you could stay there with their special haunted Parkersburg overnight package. That would be interesting to look into. Haunted Harper's Ferry. Home to Harper's Ferry National Historical Park, the eastern panhandle town of Harper's Ferry is said to house a number of restless spirits dating back hundreds of years. Ghost Tours of Harper's Ferry guides visitors on an evening walking tour of some of the town's most haunted sites. Learn the stories of a woman clad in 18th century fashion peering from the window of Harper House. At St. Peter's Catholic Church, which served as a hospital during the Civil War, visitors have spotted seeing the ghost of a wounded soldier and an old priest. While on your tour, if you hear the distant strains of fife and drum, don't worry, that's just the Phantom Army performing one of its marching drills. West Virginia Penitentiary. Opened in 1875, the West Virginia Penitentiary in Moundsville is said to be one of the most haunted prisons in the United States. It's no wonder, as the prison was the setting for riots, fires, and nearly 100 executions during its time in operation. Visitors have reported sightings of phantom inmates and a shadow man wandering the premises, as well as unexplained noises, voices, and cold spots. Today you can tour the lockup areas and prison yard that view the electric chair dubbed Old Sparky. For the bravest souls, stay for an overnight session and bring your own flashlight and ghost hunting equipment to explore the prison after dark. In addition to regular tours year-round, the prison stages a haunted house every October. I want to go. I want to go. The fact that we could do overnight sessions, yes. Yeah, me. I would. My sister and friend would hate me for that. Number 6, North Bend Rail Trail Tunnel number 19. Hikers, bicyclists, and horseback riders traversing the 72-mile-long North Bend Rail Trail in Ritchie County might want to proceed with caution around tunnel number 19, also known as the Silver Run Tunnel. It was here on a foggy evening in 1910 that an engineer spied a young woman in a flowing white dress standing on the tracks. He brought his train to a screeching halt, but when he went to look for the woman, she had vanished. His predecessors also spotted the same woman on the tracks, and each time she vanished. No one knows the origin of the mystery woman, although some bones were said to have been found under a house near the tunnel. Some say you could still spot her. Those who wish to explore the tunnel are advised to bring a flashlight even during the day. The curved, damp tunnel is 1,376 feet long beyond sunlight's reach. Okay, if you guys have ever watched the show Evil, that sounds a lot like an Evil episode is based off of that. If you guys want to watch it, I'm not going to spoil it. Number 7, Droop Mountain Battlefield. But it is a good show. You guys should watch it. 7, Droop Mountain Battlefield. Droop Mountain Battlefield State Park in Pocahontas County commemorates the site of West Virginia's last significant Civil War battle. On November 6, 1863, a crushing advance by... Yeah, I'm going to put his name. His Union troops drove another general, the other general's Confederate troops south into present-day Virginia. The battlefield site was established as a state park in 1929 as a memorial to the casualties of the battle. A wooden observation tower, hiking trails, and picnic tables mark the grounds where Civil War soldiers fought unalived, and some say still remain. Visitors have reported sounds of galloping horses and sightings of the ghost of a headless Confederate soldier and another soldier lying asleep against a tree. 8. Haunted Parkersburg. Known in Civil War times as the wickedest city along the Ohio River, Parkersburg now houses a colorful collection of haunts. Learn more about these spirits during Haunted Parkersburg ghost tours, which meet at the historic hotel. Famous ghosts of Parkersburg include Margaret, the name I can't pronounce, of the hotel, who is said to walk the rooms of her beloved mansion on the island named after her last name. While at Riversview Cemetery, the ghost of a sea captain has been sighted on several occasions. On Quincy Hill, where a hospital tent was located during the Civil War, you might encounter the ghosts of Confederate soldiers. Point Pleasant Mothman. I've heard of this. In 1966, residents of Point Pleasant first reported seeing a tall winged creature with glowing red eyes. As with the case of the Braxton County monster, it's believed that this creature, dubbed Mothman, was an extraterrestrial being. The appearance of mysterious men in black around the same time further solidified the belief that government agents were in town investigating UFO sightings. Others sought to link the creature to the tragedy of the Silver Bridge, which collapsed on December 15, 1967. Today, Mothman has become a pop culture icon in Point Pleasant, where a 12-foot-tall metallic statue bears his likeness, and the town hosts a Mothman festival every September. At the Mothman Museum, you can study newspaper clippings and other exhibits or book a bus tour of the TNT area, the old World War II munitions plant outside of town where Mothman was first sighted. Number 10. Flatwoods, the Braxton County monster. In 1952, 3 boys in Flatwoods spot a glowing object cross the night sky and come to rest on a neighbor's farmland. They ran to the UFO landing site where they were met by a pulsating ball of fire and a pungent mist that made their eyes burn. It was then that they saw a creature at least 7 feet tall with glowing eyes. It emitted a shrill hissing noise and the witnesses fled in terror. The next day, the county sheriff and a reporter from the Braxton Democrat newspaper visited the site but found no trace of the encounter, other than the odd smell. Several other residents have reported seeing the Braxton County Monster, also known as the Flatwoods Monster or the Green Monster, but no one has been able to identify exactly what it was or where it came from. Today, you can get your photo sitting in one of the several oversized Braxton County Monsters chairs that have been installed throughout the county. 11. Whipple Company Store. West Virginia's coal mining heritage is a rich and sometimes tragic one. Whipple Company Store in Fayette County pays tribute to the stories, legends, and lore that made up this hardworking way of life. This unique architectural structure once served as a center of coal camp life, selling everything from candy to caskets. During October, Whipple County Store offers a special after-dark flashlight tour of the creepiest areas of the 100-year-old building, including the elevator shaft, ballroom, walk-in safe, hidden floor, embalming room, and basement. The unexplainable sights and sounds reported have made the old store a popular destination for ghost hunters. 12. Haunted Louisburg. Louisburg Ghost Tours guides guests on a candlelit walk through Louisburg Historical District, a hotbed of paranormal activity, some say. Late at night, you might hear the cries and moans of injured soldiers coming from the old stone church, which served as a hospital during the Civil War. Meanwhile, the historic General Lewis Inn, guests have reported encounters with as many as 3 mischievous spirits. The area also is home to arguably the state's most famous entity, the Greenburg Ghost. The Greenburg Ghost? The Greenburg Ghost? The Greenburg? I'll put on the screen. Also known as Zona Hester Shore. I'm going to put her name on the screen. The murdered woman whose ghostly appearance helped convict her killer, whose ghostly appearance helped convict her killer husband in court. There we go. A historical marker commemorating the famous ghost is located on the US 60 in Sam Black Church near the I-64 entrance ramp. 13. 22 Mine Road, Logan, the ghost of Mamie Thurman. During the Prohibition years, Logan resident Mamie Thurman lived the life of a carefree flapper. On June 21, 1932, her unalived body was found along remote 22 Mine Road. A handyman was charged with her murder, but many suspect it was his employer, a prominent banker, with whom Mamie was said to be having an affair, who actually unalived her. According to the mystery is that her body seems to have disappeared and no record of her interment has been found. Mamie's restless spirit is said to haunt the area seeking justice and a place of rest. It's rumored that if you drive your car to the place where Mamie's body was found and put it in neutral, the vehicle will roll uphill. Yeah, well, we're not doing that. We are not putting it in neutral. We're not rolling anywhere. No, because all 3 of us girls will have a panic attack. My boyfriend might be able to handle that, but not us 3 girls. So anyway, I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!